performed the traditional laying of wreaths at the foot of the Independence Monument.
To the founding fathers of independence, President Modibo Keita and his companions, who were at the forefront of the...
Welcome back, beloved family. Thank you so much for passing by to click on this channel. So today mark the historical background of the Malians anniversary, today being 22 September 2025 and to September 22 1960, Malian gained their independence. Today being September 22, 2025 is 65th anniversary of the Malian, the significant milestone in its post-colonial history. So how did the ceremony start? The ceremony start on laying the ceremonial and the independent momentum in Bamako, attended by the president Assimi Goïta, the military president, the revolutionary leaders of Malian Assimi Goïta. Now, this is the symbol act of honoring those that are men and women who fought for the liberation of the Malians, okay, the freedoms, and reflect on the national unity, which was not the actual freedom. I think this is the actual freedom that the Assimi Goïta is fighting. All right, the parade showcased the Malians security and defense force, ceremonial unit, cultural, tribe, and civil society group. So guys, but before we proceed, I will allow you guys to watch the brief parade and what really happened. Then we will come back to explain, and we also listen to what the speech of the president of Assimi Goïta calling for national unity on the event during the main day. The president Assimi Goïta addressed the nation, urged all the citizens to remain united and to resist this disinformation spread by the armed terrorist group. But before we proceed, let me allow you guys to watch. So take a look, then we'll come back.
To the founding fathers of independence, President Modibo Keita and his companions, who were at the forefront of the struggle for our national and international sovereignty. All the values they have always defended, namely the values of sovereignty, patriotism, and self-sacrifice, remain guiding principles for us who are entrusted with the responsibility of continuing this struggle for Mali's sovereignty. I would also like to acknowledge and congratulate the armed defense and security forces who fight every day to bring peace and security to the Malian people. I would like to bow my head in memory of the civilian and military victims who fell during the course of operations, and also wish a speedy recovery to the wounded, with a special thought for our detainees who are currently being held hostage, and to tell them that all necessary measures are being taken so that they can return home. The fight against terrorist armed groups is both a national and international commitment, and it is within this framework that we created the Unified AS Force, which has already achieved spectacular results on the ground. We will continue in the days to come, and the Unified Force will be 100% autonomous. On this occasion, I would also like to salute my brothers, President Chani and President Travle, for their commitment and especially their determination for the development of the AIS. The AIS has become an irreversible reality, and we will continue to promote peace and security within the AIS area. It is a wonderful celebration. Malians deserve this parade. Malians deserve to witness a parade of such magnitude. After so many contributions, so many sacrifices, so much resilience in building the Malian armed forces, this was the least we could do. The Malian people have always been a resilient people, a fighting people, a people who have never backed down in the face of adversity, and it will not be under our watch that we back down from adversity. We will continue to pursue this fight for sovereignty, this fight until the pacification of the national territory. I especially want to ask the Malian people to remain united, and it is through cohesion that we will achieve our sovereignty for the current and future challenges, notably the challenges to Mali's security, the challenges to Mali's reform, the challenges to Mali's development. Every Malian man and woman must at least write a glorious page in the shared history of Mali while leaving future generations a legacy worthy of the name. Once again, I would like to wish a happy Independence Day to all Malians and to all our partners.
The grand celebration of the 65th anniversary of Mali's independence is a symbol of unity.
And there was a statement that the president Assimi Goïta actually made that is very significant, that I want you guys to meditate on this. He said every Malian man or woman must at least write the glorious page in the shared history of Malian while leaving a future generation with a legacy worth of the name. I don't know whether you know what that means. So that means that Assimi Gota, the president, Assimi Gota, is urging every man, women, the citizen of the Malian to continue the good work, the good fight of the founding father of the Malian, that they should not betray, they should not betray Malian. So it was actually urging the men and women of the Malian, like, let their own glorious history be written in the history of Malian, that when the next future generation come, they will also remember them for their good work. So guys, take a look of the next parades and make sure you drop your own opinion.
Celebration of the 65th anniversary of our country's accession to national and international sovereignty, the highest authorities have chosen to add a very special dimension through a grand parade. On Independence Boulevard, in collective memory, it has been ages since a September 22nd of such magnitude has taken place. Presidents of institutions, members of the government, ambassadors accredited to Mali, military officials, all were in attendance. Not to mention the crowds who stormed the boulevard from the very first rays of sunlight. Upon his arrival at the site, the transitional president, Gendarme Assimi Goïta, performed the traditional laying of wreaths at the foot of the Independence Monument, a gesture that pays tribute to the father of the nation and his companions. This was followed by a lengthy review of the troops by President Goïta. Now it was time for the other segments of the ceremony. First, the exceptional decoration of certain officials for their careers on the occasion of their retirement. There were 6 recipients who were promoted to the ranks of Officer of the Order, Commander of the Order, and Grand Officer of the National Order. With this part concluded, it was time for the parade itself. Starting with the civil parade, which featured the procession of organizations attached to various ministerial departments, notably youth, culture, agriculture, livestock and fisheries, labor and public service, as well as the Ministry of Transport and the promotion of women. The military parade closely followed, with a highly notable appearance by the various corps that have rejoined Mali's defense and security forces. The motorized parade, one of the highlights of the celebration, lived up to all expectations. As the armored vehicles passed by, the celebration unmistakably took on the air of a show of force, as if to send a message to the enemies of the Malian nation. At the same time, the sky rumbled with the parades of L-39 Albatros and Sukhoi Su-24 aircraft. It was a spectacle you simply had to see for yourself. Giving honor where honor is due, the president took this opportunity to deliver a message of unity to all the sons and daughters of this country.
First of all, we are celebrating the 105th anniversary of our country's independence in a significant context, marked by several challenges, notably those related to the fight against the virus, the group of terrorist armies, the challenges related to the reform of Mali, and the challenges linked to development. Beyond the celebration of September 27th, Independence Day is a day of remembrance.
The beloved family, a lot of people are asking that Malian deserve this hand of applause. Yes, the presidents, the revolutionary leaders of the Malians, the military presidents, Assimi Gota, deserve this hand of applause, and all the leadership and every citizen that support this move of liberation, of fighting for sovereignty. Yes, they deserve it. You guys has know what has been going on for this decade. Okay, how Malian has been fighting insurgency to take over their territories. Despite all the distraction, the sanction, and everything, they could be able to put themselves together to organize such amazing Independent Day, to remember the founding fathers that fought for independence, that fought for sovereignty. Okay. Okay, so guys, and a lot of people say, why does this day matter to Malia? Okay, in context, it commemorates the Malian break from the Mali Federation and the wider colonization movement of 1960. The fundamental national movement celebrate each year as a Republic Day. In 2025, the anniversary doubled as the platform for the government to emphasize national unities and security effort, admiring the regional instability, changing the diplomatic relationship. You guys know what this changed the diplomatic relationship from France. They have relationship with Russia now. So guys, so this is what really matters. So guys, I want to draw the curtain to a close. I want you to drop your own opinion. I just want you to drop, what did you think will be Malian in the next 5 years to come? Do well to drop your own opinion and help me to encourage me to like, share, and subscribe. God bless.